Hey guys, welcome to the 10X Society. My name is Trent A. Smith. I'm a realtor in the Tampa Bay, St. Petersburg area. On the show, we talk about communication, relationship, and sales. And I eventually want to have some interviews on here, talk to other businessmen, entrepreneurs, and investors around the country. So with that being said, today I wanted to talk about attitude. Do you have a good attitude or do you have a bad attitude? Because I had a situation happen earlier today where I ran across somebody with a really bad attitude. Now, luckily for me, I always try to practice having a good attitude, so I didn't let it affect me. I just let it roll off my back, as I always do, because a bad attitude is contagious. All right, so if you want to be successful in life, if you want people to like you, if you want to have friends, girlfriends, boyfriends, whatever, you are going to have a good attitude. You're going to have to give off good vibes. Good attitude equals good vibes. Having a good attitude is the first thing you need to do in order to be successful. It is one of the key elements, one of the foundations of being a successful person. What I mean by that is having a good attitude. It's going to get you through the day a lot better. You're going to get more done. You're going to have a more positive effect on the people you interact with, as opposed to having a bad attitude. So that goes back to, who are you spending time with, and do they have bad attitudes? Because as we all know, attitudes are contagious, especially bad ones. You think about the Elon Musk of the world, or the Jeff Bezos, or whoever, just whatever successful business person you can think of, or just fill in the blanks. Think about them. You think they got to where they are in life by having a good attitude or a bad attitude? Now, I'm going to think that they got to their level of success and wealth by having good attitudes, because you need it. You wake up in the morning, you can wake up in the morning and you can say to yourself, oh man, today's gonna suck. I wish I could go back to bed. I wish it was tomorrow already. Whatever you tell yourself. Or you wake up in the morning and you say, man, I can't wait to crush today. Today's going to be a good day. I'm excited. It's Monday, but I don't care, Today's going to be awesome. That is how you should start your day. I think that people are generally wired, like humans are wired to be negative and have a bad attitude, because it's everywhere. I mean, you look at the news, God forbid, I don't watch the news, but you look at the news, you look at anything else, people are attracted to negativity. So you wake up in the morning, you say, today's going to be an awesome day. I have a great attitude. I'm not going to let anything mess up my mood. And you go back to all these ultra successful people like Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk or whomever, just fill in the blanks. Most likely they have really good attitude, because it's impossible to get to their level of success, or anybody else who is successful. It's impossible to get there with a bad attitude. Now, I wanted to go to my interaction from earlier today, what kind of prompted this whole discussion. One of the things that happened to me earlier today, I ran into somebody with a really bad attitude. So basically what happened was I was on Facebook, and there was this guy who was like, he always complains about wanting a girlfriend or not, like, it just, the vibe that he puts off is, I'm terrible at relationships. I want a good girl, but I just can't seem to find one. That's just kind of the vibe that I always get, which I'm sure everybody else does. So this guy's posting on Facebook, hey, yeah, a friend of mine told me I need to get a good girl and blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to message this dude, because I'm fairly experienced in dating and talking to women, etc. like how to meet him, whatever. I'm like, I can help this guy. You know, I met him a few times. He seemed like a cool dude. So I messaged him, hey, seems like, you know, if you need a little help, here's my number. You can call me anytime. I can help you. Basically what my message was. And then he had responded like, no, I don't need any pointers. My sex life is fine, yada, yada. Okay, well, that's not really the vibe that he puts off through all his content on Facebook. And then I just replied, okay, cool, man. Well, anyway, I want to recommend this podcast. And I just told him about this podcast that kind of related to what he was talking about. It's a podcast that I like, by the way. I wouldn't recommend anything that I don't like myself. So I said, yeah, you should check out this podcast. And he lit me up with this long message saying, like, seriously, stop and, like, stay the F over there. And, like, I know you're trying to be nice, but, and just laced with explicitives and effing this and effing that. And I'm just like, really? Like, that escalated quickly. You know, in my world of sales, I don't let people's attitudes like that affect me because I expect it from some people here or there. But that's what I like to do. I like to interact with people. And I was just trying to help. And I didn't take it personal. I'm like, this guy's got a crappy day. Maybe his dad died or something. But he just had a really bad attitude. I didn't even respond. But I could have let his bad attitude seep into me, and I could have lashed out on somebody else. Because maybe that's what happened to him. Maybe somebody cut him off in traffic or something. I don't know. I just don't know. I don't even care. And I don't take it personal. If someone acts that way towards you, just don't even take it personal. Unless you personally did something to them, then I would try to work it out. But anyway, he sends me this long message, basically cursing me out. All I was just saying is, hey man, I can help. You know, I've dated a lot of girls. I was married. I was in a long relationship. I've been in several long relationships. And even since after my marriage, I've dated. I've been in a couple small relationships. So I'm like, dude, I can help you. It's not that hard. I can help. But I didn't let his bad attitude affect me. I could have went on and then spread that bad attitude to someone else. But, you know, I was a little irritated for about an hour. And then I'm like, I'm going to have a really awesome day from here on out. That's a good attitude. And you know what? I've had a great day. I've had an awesome day. So my point is that having a good attitude is the foundation to your happiness, the foundation to your success, the foundation to money. You got to have a good attitude. And going back to this guy, I'm almost glad that he said what he said. I mean, granted, he didn't ask for my help. That's what I do. I try to help people. If you don't want my help, just be like, nah, I'm good. That's it. Like, thanks, no thanks. All right, cool. See you later. No, he had to come out on this long tangent. This thing was like a paragraph long. It was a long message when all he could have said was, okay, thanks. Boom. That's it. And I'm kind of glad that he did what he did, because now I know I don't want anything to do with that person. I don't want anything to do with people like that. If that's how you talk to someone you barely know, who's just trying to help, then I know in my mind, I don't want that person anywhere near my circle or as a friend. And that's how I operate. You know, I only keep the real people, the good people, the business-minded people. I keep those people around me. And people with bad attitudes like that, they can stay over there. But you think this guy, like, that type of reaction to just someone who's just reaching out, that type of reaction, because I do that stuff all the time. If I feel like someone on social media or in real life needs help or anything, I'm like, dude, let me help you. Do you need, like, what do you need? And so I did that to him, and his reaction tells me, number one, he's completely miserable. That is not a happy person. Happy people do not do that stuff. How can they? How can someone who reacts that way to just like a sentence that someone says to them and they react that way, how does someone react that way and they're not completely miserable? That person is miserable and also tells me he has a really crappy attitude and I don't want him around me. And that's how you should be too. So what do you tell yourself? Listen to your thoughts. It's easy to sit there and just be like, my life sucks. You know, I don't make enough money, or, you know, I don't have new shoes, or I can't get the steak dinner. I got to go to Taco Bell. You can flip that script. You can flip it around to where you tell yourself, man, you know, I have a job. I make money. Man, I'm about to eat some Taco Bell. It's going to be an awesome day. And I'm guilty of that too. I used to have a really bad attitude. I used to just be like, man, my life sucks. And like, everybody hates me. But I eventually turned it around and used my good thoughts to help me get further in life. And now I'm really well off. I'm really well off. And I always think about what I'm thinking to myself. Was that a bad thought or a good thought? And that's how you have a good attitude, because you think good things. And I'm guilty of that pretty often. I always have to correct myself. If you're having a bad thought about yourself, you have to correct yourself. Be a little bit more grateful for what you do have. And I'm very grateful for my life. I could be more. I could be making more money. I could have more shoes or whatever. But no, I tell myself, dude, you have a lot. You came a long way. You live in Florida. I'm 10 minutes from the beach. I drive a sports car. I have jobs. I have sources of income. I'm not broke. I could easily just be like, dude, this year, I've gone through a divorce. This year. Not even that long ago. On top of that, I have a heart condition. I take medicine for it. Those who know me probably know a little bit more about that. I live in Florida. I got divorced. I don't have any family here. It's easy to sit there and say, like, oh man, I give up. But I didn't. I kept pushing myself in my own mind. Dude, you got this. You're good. You're great. So, as a recap, having a good attitude is the foundation to your happiness, to your success. People want to be around you when you're happy. People want to be around you when you have good attitudes and you put off good vibes. They don't want to hang out with, what's his face, who just blows up on somebody like that. That's probably one of the reasons why he's so mad. He probably ain't got no friends. I don't know. Maybe he's well off. I don't know. It's just, that's the perception that you give off to people when you're posting on social media, like, oh, I can't get a girl. And then when somebody reaches out to you, you blow up on them. The perception is you have no friends. You're not happy. So you can flip that though. You can be more positive. It's so easy. Being nice, being kind to someone is so easy. It costs nothing. I had to practice that all the time, being more patient with people. Or if someone kind of cuts me off in traffic or something, you know, the typical reaction is like flipping them off or whatever, like F that guy. No. Sometimes I still have those thoughts, but then I tell myself, hey, dude, it's no big deal. Come on. It's a second of your life that person cut out in front of you. It's nothing. So having a good attitude is the foundation to being successful, being happy, having friends, being successful in relationships. And you don't want to spread a bad attitude. You don't want to let someone with a bad attitude get to you and then you lash out on someone else. Because maybe that's what happened to me earlier today, is that someone was rude to him, and then I happened to be the first person to talk to him afterwards, and then he's like, F off. And that's okay. I get it. I understand a lot about how people work. So I'll wrap it up. Thanks for listening in. The 10X Society. My name is Trent A. Smith. I'm a realtor in the Tampa Bay, St. Petersburg area. If you want to join EXP Realty, where I work, my brokerage, you can shoot me an email or a text or anything. I'll leave all my contact information in the description. Or if you want to buy or sell a house, know somebody that wants to buy or sell a house, reach out to me. I can help you nationwide, not only in the St. Pete, Clearwater, Tampa area where I work, but I can help you find an agent anywhere, Washington, Colorado, doesn't matter. So thank you, and I hope you all have a good day.